After this introduction, you must know our environmental situations and our destructive behaviors. If we don't change these behaviors, we will cause many disasters. As the temperature increases rapidly, the seawater surface keeps going up rapidly. In the end of this century, Taiwan will be submerged in the seawater like this, and our Tainan city will be submerged, and Taipei city will become Taipei Lake. The next disaster is the transition of ecosystem. Because of CO2 concentration increasing, seawater becomes acidified. 20% of coral reef will get abundism, which causes the increasing of poisonous algae. Fishes eat this algae, and we eat these fishes. The fact is, we got poisoned by ourselves. Another example, plants will move to high latitude area, and the Chinese juniper will decrease 60%. Next disaster is the dengue fever. Since mosquitoes are sensitive to our temperature, if the temperature increases 1 degree, the amount of mosquitoes will be tenfold increase. Dengue fever usually exists at the south of Tropic of Cancer. But as the temperature increases, they will, Aedes aegypti will move to northern Taiwan. By 2080, there are about 300 million people will face the danger of malaria. Question: If you buy drinks from beverage store more than 3 cups a week, raise your hand. Okay, thanks. As the report from Environmental Information Center points out, along the coastline, they found many plastic bags and the styrofoam cups. Actually, our government only restricts the using of styrofoam tableware, but the drinking cups still cause damage to our environment. If we don't stop abusing plastic products, our coastline will be covered over by styrofoam in 10 years. Next part, getting the mutual benefits for human and the environment by some methods. Here you can see I list 10 methods here, and I will introduce them next. Most emissions from homes are from the fossil fuels burned to generate electricity and heat. By using energy more efficiently at home, you can reduce your emissions and lower your energy bills by more than 30%. So let's see some tips. The first part is eating. Here. You can reduce your emissions simply by watching what you eat. Eat this meat is healthy to ourselves. Take me for example, I eat vegetarian diet at least once a day. Actually, we can get all kinds of nutrition by vegetarian diet. So, eat meat is just satisfy our desires, not needs. Here, if you bring green tableware with you, like this, raise your hand. Okay, thanks. Since I know disposable tableware usually add many chemical additives, and we always throw it after using. So, use green tableware can decrease the amount of garbage and protect our health. Next part is clothing. First, use a clothesline instead of a dryer. You can save more than 600 kilograms of CO2 when you air dry your clothes for a year. You may not know, use this hot water can decrease the energy easily because it takes a lot of energy to heat the water. And if you wash your clothes in warm or cold water, it's also better for our clothes. Next part is living. First, move your thermostat down to 2 degrees in winter and up 2 degrees in summer. So we can decrease the damage by only move down the degrees. Second, turn off electronic devices and unplug them when not using. Third, be sure you are recycling at home. They are all our common sense. You must know it already. The next part is transportation. First, take the public transportation, ride bikes or walk instead of driving. As you know, almost 1/3 of the CO2 produced comes from our cars. These tips will reduce your emissions easily. The next one is Star Carpool. If you have to ride your motorcycle, don't remember to start a carpool with your classmates. Next part is education. You know, a single tree will absorb over 1 ton CO2 over its lifetime, and shade provided by trees can also reduce your energy bills by more than 10%. Also, by education, we get the environmental consciousness. So we will do as much as we can to protect our environment and try to get the mutual benefits for ourselves and the environment. The last part is entertainment. Wow, what a big present, but only one little mooncake inside. You got more garbage than your present. So we should avoid the heavily packaged products, so we can decrease the amount of garbage. And we all know that plastic bags can be decomposed, and the paper bags are made from trees. So to save our environment and the trees, bring a reusable bag with you now. So, it's our conclusion. As the 10 matters you see, we can reduce the CO2 emissions more than 14,000 kilograms by these little things. As you see, these things are not difficult to do, but we can make such a big change by doing these little things. So you may know why we choose this topic. Because we don't want these disasters happen too fast, since we are capable to slow down the speed by changing our lifestyle. So let's change the world from you and me. Thanks for your attention.